Hello my dear students, in this video I'm going to tell you the tricks in finding the type of hybridization in various molecules and also counting the number of electron pairs, out of which we can also determine the bond pairs as well as lone pairs. So finally we can also determine the geometry of these molecules. So let's begin with the first example. Let us consider one simple molecule. Okay, I'll consider ammonia molecule first. So what is the formula of ammonia molecule? It is NH3. So in ammonia, nitrogen atom, it is surrounded by 3 hydrogen atoms. Therefore, central atom is nitrogen. So here we need to find the type of hybridization of that particular atom, that is the central atom. So one simple formula is we can use here, that is given by half into number of valence electrons in central atom plus number of monovalent atoms attached plus if there is any anionic charge, that means in a given molecule any negative charge, if it is an anionic molecule, then in that case we need to add that charge. So plus A, where A stands for anionic charge. If in a molecule, if positive charge is there, that means cationic species is given to you, then we have to subtract that positive charge. So I'll write minus C, okay, where C stands for cationic. Now let us calculate the type of hybridization in ammonia. See, half into number of valence electrons in a central atom. So how to identify? See here, central atom is nitrogen, isn't it? So nitrogen comes under group 15, isn't it? So group 15 element it is. So since it is a group 15, there are 5 valence electrons. So directly we can write number of valence electrons in the central atom, it is equal to 5 plus. Is there any number of monovalent atoms attached to that particular central atom? Yes, in ammonia there are 3 hydrogen atoms. They are monovalent. What do you mean by monovalent? Monovalent means it is a single valency because hydrogen comes under first group element. So valency is 1. Therefore, the number of monovalent atoms attached total 3. Next, what is given? Plus A. Is there any anionic negative charge? Not there. So plus 0. Is there any positive charge? No. In ammonia, there is no positive as well as negative charge. So we can write like this. So now let us find out half into 5 plus 3. It is equal to 8. 8 by 2 is equal to 4. That means the type of hybridization in case of ammonia, that is central atom, that is nitrogen, it is sp3. Why we have to consider sp3? Because we have got the value as 4. If it is 4, that indicates there are 4 orbitals. One is s and 3 p orbitals. If you get the value as 2, then the type of hybridization is sp. If you get the value as 3, then the type of hybridization is sp2. Okay. So like it goes. So we have got 4 for ammonia. Therefore, the type of hybridization is sp3. Okay. So now, ammonia, it has got sp3 type of hybridization. So based on the hybridization, we can tell or we can conclude that there are four electron pairs. There are 4 electron pairs. Since hybridization is sp3, so there are 4 electrons. There are 4 hybrid orbitals. Therefore, the number of total electron pairs 4. So now, out of which you can see in ammonia, nitrogen, it is bonded to 3 hydrogen atoms, isn't it? So therefore, out of 4 electron pairs, 3 are bond pairs. That means three pairs of electrons, they are involved in the bond formation with the hydrogen atom. Therefore, there are three bond pairs, but we need four electron pairs. So the remaining one is lone pair. It is lone pair of electrons. So that we have to represent it like this. So one lone pair electron. So this is the actual geometry of ammonia molecule like this. So four electron pairs, and out of which three are bond pairs and one is lone pair, because in one orbital nitrogen is having one lone pair of electrons. So actually if it is sp3 hybridization, so we expect tetrahedral geometry. Actually for sp3 hybridization, all of you know that sp3 hybridization means the geometry should be a tetrahedral, but in ammonia, because of the presence of lone pair, the geometry deviates from tetrahedral to pyramidal. Therefore, actual geometry of ammonia molecule is pyramidal, and the type of hybridization is sp3, and total electron pairs 4, out of which 3 are bond pairs and 1 is lone pair. One more example, water molecule. So what is the formula of water molecule? It is H2O. Now let us calculate the type of hybridization. So in water molecule, oxygen, it is bonded to two hydrogen atoms. Therefore oxygen is a central atom. So let us write the formula: half into number of valence electrons of central atom plus number of monovalent atoms attached to the central atom, plus anionic charge minus cationic charge. So this is a formula. So let us find out half into number of valence electrons of central atom. So which is the central atom here? Oxygen atom. So oxygen comes under group 16. Yes or no? Group 16. Therefore valence electrons, there are total number of valence electrons in oxygen 6, plus number of monovalent atoms attached to it. Is there any monovalent atoms which is attached to the oxygen atom in water molecule? Yes, of course. Oxygen, it is bonded to two hydrogen, where hydrogen atom, it is a monovalent. It comes under first group, no? Therefore valency of hydrogen is 1. So it is monovalent. How many atoms? Such atoms are there? 2. Is there any cationic, anionic charge, negative charge is there in water molecule? No, it's not there. 0. Is there any positive charge? No. So we can write half into 6 plus 2, it is 8. 8 by 2, it is equal to 4. Once again, the type of hybridization in water molecule, it is sp3. So since the hybridization is sp3, we expect, or therefore there are 4 total number of electron pairs, 4. Why it is 4? Because 4 hybrid orbitals are there. 4 hybrid orbitals are there, and out of which let us count the total number of bond pairs as well as lone pair. You can see here there are 2 hydrogen atoms which are bonded to oxygen. That means there are 2 bond pairs. What does it mean? 2 bond pairs of electrons. So there are 2 bond pairs which are involved in bonding with the hydrogen atom. Therefore 2 bond pairs. So out of 4, 2 are bond pairs. The remaining 2, they are lone pairs. Lone pairs, isn't it? So lone pairs, we can write like this. We can represent it like this. The orbitals containing lone pairs. Therefore, since the hybridization is sp3 in case of water, we expect tetrahedral geometry, but due to the presence of lone pairs, there exists a lone pair repulsion. So the bond angle or the geometry, it deviates from tetrahedral to bent. Because of the repulsion, instead of tetrahedral geometry, water has got bent or V shape. Is this clear? Yes. I'll go to the third example. Consider one more molecule, phosphorus pentachloride, PCl5. PCl5. Okay. Let us write PCl5. Let us find out the type of hybridization. So write on the formula. So the number of valence electrons, which is a central atom here in PCl5, it is phosphorus. Why? Because there are 5 chlorine atoms, so they are attached to the phosphorus atom. Therefore, phosphorus is central atom. Okay. So the number of valence electrons in the central atom, we know that phosphorus, it comes under group 15 elements. So the valence number of electrons, or the number of valence electrons, which is equal to 5. Next, what is the formula? Number of monovalent atoms attached, if any. That means, if to the central atom, is there any monovalent atoms attached? Yes, there are chlorine. Why it is monovalent? Chlorine, it is a group 17 elements. So how we are writing the chlorine? Chlorine, you are writing in the form of Cl, chloride form, Cl minus. You won't write like -2 or -3 like that, isn't it? So the even chlorine, it is in the form of Cl minus chloride, therefore it is monovalent. So we can write the total number of monovalent atoms attached to phosphorus, which is equal to 5. Is there any positive charge? No. So 0. Is there any anionic charge? No, 0. Therefore 10 divided by 2, which is equal to 5. So the type of hybridization, if it is equal to 5, so what may be the orbitals that may be involved in the hybridization? Yes, p3. Now it becomes total 4. After p orbital, even d orbitals also involved in the hybridization. So the type of hybridization in PCl5 molecule, it is sp3d. Okay, sp3d. sp3d. Therefore, there are 5 hybrid orbitals. We expect 5 electron pairs, out of which we need to identify the bond pairs as well as lone pairs. But in PCl5, you can see clearly that there are 3 chlorine atoms. They are present in the same plane, and there are 2 chlorine atoms which are present above the plane and below the plane, like this. So all the 3 chlorine atoms, they are bonded to phosphorus. That means we can say there are 5 bond pairs. All the 5 electron pairs are bond pairs. There are no lone pairs of electrons. 5 bond pairs, no lone pairs. No lone pairs, and the geometry is trigonal bipyramidal. Trigonal bipyramidal. This is a geometry. Trigonal. Tri means 3 corners. You can see in the equatorial plane you have 3 corners. 3 corners, trigonal bipyramidal. So below the plane as well as above the plane, you can see 2 more chlorine atoms which are attached to the phosphorus. So the geometry, it is trigonal bipyramidal. Let us consider one more example. PCl3, phosphorus trichloride. PCl3. Let us write. Let us find out the hybridization by using the formula. I'll directly substitute the values. Half into number of valence electrons in a central atom. Yes, in PCl3, once again phosphorus is a central atom because 3 chlorine atoms are attached to the phosphorus. So the number of valence electrons in case of phosphorus, since phosphorus comes under group 15, therefore there are 5 valence electrons plus number of monovalent atoms attached to the phosphorus. Yes, chlorine, it is a monovalent. How many atoms are there? 3. Is there any positive or negative charge? No. So So we can write plus. So 5 plus 3, 8 by 2, we get it as 4. sp3. sp3. Hybridization is sp3. So now out of there are 4 electron pairs, 4 hybrid orbitals are used. So 4 electron pairs, out of which we need to identify or we need to find out the total number of lone pairs as well as bond pairs. You can clearly see where in PCl3 phosphorus it is bonded to 3 chlorine atoms. Therefore, of course, there are 3 bond pairs. Directly we can tell, isn't it? 3 bond pairs. Therefore, obviously, one is electron pair. Okay. So now, what may be the geometry? Since hybridization is sp3, is there a tetrahedral? No, not possible because we have one lone pair, not electron pair, it is lone pair. Okay. So instead of tetrahedral, we can expect phosphorus, it is bonded to 3 chlorine atoms, therefore 3 bond pairs and 1 is lone pair. So 1 lone pair, the geometry is a trigonal, planar, 3 corners, trigonal, planar. It is trigonal, planar. I hope this is clear. Now let us consider one more example. So I'll write here itself in this same video, same slide. Let us consider one more molecule. XeF2, xenon difluoride. Okay, XeF2. So now let us write the formula, half into number of valence electrons, which is a central atom here in XeFe2. Yes, it has xenon. So xenon, it is group 18 element. So the total number of electrons, total number of valence electrons, it is equal to 8 plus number of monovalent. Of course, it is fluorine. We know that fluorine, we can write like this, fluoride. Therefore, valence is 1. Therefore, there are 2 fluorine atoms. The number of monovalent atoms attached to the central atom, it is 2. No cationic charge and no anionic charge. So 8 plus 2, 10 divided by 2. So we get 5. The hybridization is sp3d. So in XeF2, there are 2 fluorine atoms. It is bonded to xenon. So we can say there are 2 bond pairs. Out of 5 electron pairs, 2 are bond pairs, isn't it? So we can write like this, xenon, 2 fluorine atoms. There are 2 bond pairs. So out of 5, 3 is remaining. So 3 are lone pairs. We should represent these lone pair of electrons like this. So 1, 2, 3. Actually, the geometry of this molecule is linear. Why it is linear? Because there are 2 fluorine atoms. They are linearly bonded to xenon by making an angle of 180 degree. And out of 5, 2 are bond pairs. That means 2 fluorine atoms are attached to the xenon. Therefore, 2 are bond pairs, whereas 3 are lone pairs. I hope this is clear. Now let us consider one more example. NH4 plus ammonium ion, NH4 plus. So let us write the formula. Half into number of valence electrons in central atom plus number of monovalent atoms attached plus anionic charge minus cationic charge. Okay, so in case of ammonium ion, number of valence electrons, so which is the central atom? Nitrogen. Yes, because to the same atom, 4 hydrogen atoms are bonded, so nitrogen is a central atom. So how many valence electrons are there? They are not asking to total number of electrons. It is a valence electrons. You have to consider the valence shell. You know the electronic configuration of nitrogen, right? 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 3. So see the valence shell, 2s and 2p. Total number of valence electrons 5. Or directly you can, if you know the group of that particular element, since nitrogen is a group 15 element, so the valence electrons 5 plus number of monovalent atoms. Hydrogen, it has a monovalent. How many atoms are there? 4. Plus anionic, is there any negative charge? No, not there. Plus 0. Is there any cationic charge? Positive charge is there? Yes, of course. It is plus. Plus in the sense it is plus 1. In that case we need to subtract it. If a cationic charge is given, we need to do the subtraction. Is it clear? So half into 5 plus 4, 9 minus 1, 8 by 2 is equal to 4. Therefore, hybridization is sp3. Hybridization is sp3. So, out of or total number of electron pairs. Total number of electron pairs 4, out of which 4 are, all the 4 are bond pairs. All the 4 are bond pairs. Why? Because to single nitrogen atom, the 4 hydrogen atoms are bonded like this. Sorry, 1 minute. Since the shape is actually it is tetrahedral. Why? Because the hybridization is hybridization is sp3. All the 4 are bond pairs. So we can write the geometry of ammonium ion like this. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay. So here I'll write all the 4 electron pairs are bond pairs, NH4 plus. So the shape is or geometry is tetrahedral. This video is regarding the tricks in finding out the hybridization of various molecules. If you are happy with my video, do subscribe. Thank you.